Sure, abuti honestly.
It's a very serious life, and I wanna share something very sad with you guys also, and that's gonna shock you. But let me start by welcoming everyone in the life. I'm gonna start now because there's a lot of stuff we need to go through. Let me see, where do I start? Yeah, I wanna explain something to you that some of you don't understand, and I'm gonna make you examples. And if you don't understand these examples, then really we can't help you, eh? Honestly, you must understand that the political system and the power sharing system in this country was never built to accommodate colored people. No, I'm telling you, it's you need to understand this, and I'm going to explain it to you. It was never built to accommodate the colored people. The system was, you were never designed to be part of the design. They never ever, it was always like, listen, it's okay, they will vote for us. We will not make them ministers. We will make sure that they get the crumbs, but never the cake. We'll make sure that they get the crumbs, but never the bread. We'll make sure that they see the carrot, but they can never hold the carrot. So the reason why I'm starting here is very important what I'm going to say. So now, Fadil Adams, Patricia DeLille, Gayton Mckenzie, the people that truly stands up for the majority of brown people in this country, they will find ways to silence those people. They will find, when Auntie Pat was in the mayor of Cape Town and she started asking hard questions, they're like, remove her. Because they need colored people that's subservient, finger op die lip, you must not sit and you must attack your own. So Patricia DeLille has a Pan-Africanist background. She comes from the PAC and she's like, I'm not going to attack my own. That's why she had to go. There's another lady that I know from good, Chantel Kate. She's MMC in George. They appointed her, I think, last month. But when she starts saying, no, this is not what I'm going to do, they had to remove her. So they like colored people, but heart creepers. They love them to sit there, the ones that are really up in the asses and bus, near bus, how high must I jump bus? And it becomes dangerous, because I'll share something on this live which will shock you, which is the murders in our communities are not just murders, you know. It needs money to, this war, this shootings, this killings need money. It needs money. It needs finances. To have a gang war, you need finances. To all this, it needs finances. So there are powerful people behind this thing. That's why you see big gangsters, particularly in the Western Cape. They will get big government tenders. Now you ask yourself, but you know some of that money is going to be used to hurt our people. You know some of that money is going to be used to buy firearms. They giving them all the standards because when they need them, hulle gaan hulle vuil werk, they'll do the dirty work for them. And let me go deeper. I'm going to give you breaking news because in PA, we don't keep stuff. There's a hit out on Fadil. And there's a hit out on Fadil Adams. I spoke to Fadil. He's much cleverer than what they thought. Fadil is not only aware of the hit, but he knows more than me about this hit. So at this stage, I don't want to jeopardize anything. I'm just telling you that there was a hit out to kill Fadil. Fadil is aware of it. I'm aware of it. We know who's the people behind the hit. Fadil has all that information. I just had to do my bit, and when it came to my ears, I had to tell him. And it was such a colored brother moment because I could hear he was very emotional. When I said, hey, Fadil, my baru, I don't know how true is this, but I hear 1, 2, 3, 4. So at this point, is this all I'm willing to say? We are aware of it. We will make statements to the police. But the matter is not going to be left like that. Now, why would they want to kill Fadil? Let me show you why. Because when their interests are being threatened, Fadil and the NCC is exposing them. So he has to die. So I'm glad that the matter is getting the necessary attention. But I wanted to show you, if they don't remove our people, they kill us. Now, Patriots, for them, these people are in cahoots with gangsters. These people don't worry as ons mekaar uitwis. These people don't worry if we kill each other. They don't worry. They don't care. So we are all that we have. So you'll never hear me speak bad about Fadil or about Patricia de Lille and those people. You'll never hear me speak bad about them. Because I understand. Ek gee krag weg if I fight my own. And my own is not the traitors. My own is not colored people. My own is people that wants us all to be treated equally, whether they're white, black, Indian, and colored. So I want you to understand how violent these people can get. There's a hit out on Fadil. I am told politicians are behind it. Luckily for both me and Fadil, we know the whole story. So there's nothing they'll do to Fadil. We've made calls. We've spoken to people. The matter is being investigated. But I do not want the Patriots not to know what I'm telling you now. This is what we are fighting. And Fadil is okay now. But because they planned and they started exposing themselves. In fact, I'm told the one person said, they just wanted to use me. What was I thinking? Now, if you take out a guy like Fadil, you're setting us back. If you take out a guy like Gayton, you're setting this fight for equal treatment for all people. You're setting it back. So I just needed to start there today and say the murders in our community sometimes is criminality, is gangsterism, but it's also planned hits. They don't care, you know. And if you want to see like good policemen, we had very good policemen. You know, I'm looking at how people are falling over their feet to congratulate the General Lincoln that passed on this week. But when him and Veery and those guys were under attack, because they were getting to the truth. They were removed, they were expelled, they were suspended. But now when he died, everybody's like, wow, my comrade, my comrade, my comrade, my comrade. But when he needed that solidarity and this love, him and General Veery and them were on their own, because they came this close to getting to the crux of the killings. So the killings in our area is criminality, it's gangsterism, but it's also planned hits. But we shall overcome. That is what I want you want you to understand. How do you explain you giving big tenders to big gangsters? There are good policemen in South Africa. And those good policemen are standing up now. There are good policemen wat die vir hulle laat gebruik nie. They can see what's happening. And that's why I don't care what they accuse the Patriotic Alliance of. I don't care what they accuse the Patriotic Alliance of. But ons staan op vir ons mense. NCC staan op vir ons mense. Good staan op vir ons mense. Yeah, we differ with myself and Fadi. Let me tell you where we differ. We don't differ on where we should go. We differ on the strategy to get there. Fadi wil ons met die pad loop, ek soek ons met die pad loop. But waar ons gaan naar dieselfde plek toe. We both agree, that's the promised land. But Fadi wil sê, nee, ek stem nie saam met jou nie, Gayton. Ek gaat die jou mee. Het is 'n verkeerde pad die wat jy loop. Ek gaat hier om. Ek sê, Fadi, ek stem nie saam met jou nie. Ek gaat hier om. Ons sê, alright, sap. Ons gaat voormeet. Die rivers gaat voormeet. En die vir my is wie ons moet wees. So when you have people leaving the party and they want to come back, don't be a Speeder Derricky. Do you know the program Speeder Derrick? I'm the popsak oei. Speeder Derrick. Don't be Speeder Derrick. Why did you leave? Why you want to come back? Maak oop die deur. Maak oop die hekke. Maak oop julle harte vir die mense. Because some of the people that left, they left because of us. Some of the people that left, they left because of us. So let us leave this on enigheid. Let us leave those things. You know, going for each other on social media, talking smack about each other, whatever. Because somebody is coming back to the PA. Oh, he's nou terug. You keep on making examples. Vra hom, as hy lekker by ander parties. No, leave the people. Let them come back. We are at a sensitive stage of close to victory. You know, I want to make you an example. I watched a documentary the other day where this, I think it was a lion or a tiger, I can't remember, I think a tiger. He was attacking the springbok. And he came, but the closer he was coming for the springbok, slowly. And when he was near him, he didn't even breathe. The intensity, he didn't breathe. He didn't say, no. Before the kill, before the catch, he didn't breathe. Ons is nou daar. We are this close to dominating. It can't be. We are this close. Ons kan nie nou kom hard asemhaal en fumble en hoes voor die attack of sneeze. No, it must be the intensity. We must be laser focused. Hulle kan maar watter, I no weapon formed against Fadil shall prosper, or against me, or against Antipet. Politics is dirty. Luckily Fadil is meer wakker as wat ek gedink het. Baie wakker, man. Baie wakker. Where I differ with Fadil cannot be as big for it to derail the national agenda we're both pushing. Or Antipet for that matter. So los maar die kleinserigheid onder mekaar. We are this close. And they will never attack you with white people. They will never attack you with black people. They will use your own. They will use your own. Let me make you. You know, Mbiza was telling me about the policeman that said, you PA people. I bet you, Mbiza just told me the story. I never asked him, is it a white policeman or a black policeman? But I can tell you it's a colored policeman. I can tell you now it's a colored policeman that said that because they will use our own against us. That is brown on brown violence is what they specify in. It's the only thing they know. They don't know that Fadil, that there's a different party, and Gayton Mckenzie with a different party can work together. Hulle die mekaar. Hulle ken nie hoe werk hy nie. They're not used to that. They're used to us throwing insult towards each other. They don't know they don't know where left is, they don't know where right is. They don't know is it summer, they don't know it's winter. So what you have achieved, not Gayton, patriots, what you have achieved, yes, I'm sorry. What you guys have achieved is great. Julle is cement vast, standvastig. You know, when I landed here in the early hours of this morning, you know, and I got the SG gave me the report of what happened was Chanel, the little 16-year-old girl that was killed. I was so sad. But they say, as dark as the night, there's always a flicker of hope. As dark as the night, there'll always be a flicker of hope. And let me tell you, that young lady losing her life is dark as night. The fact that a 16-year-old is already sleeping by her boyfriend's house and not coming home is dark as night. The fact that she's dating a gangster is dark as night. But let me tell you what the flicker of hope, the flicker, was the community standing up and say, ons gaan haal ons kind. Ons gaan soek ons kind. They say we like media, we like sensation. I was not even aware that patriots, and this is where it's brilliant, Ombiza said it, where patriots was looking for that little princess without telling us as the leadership of the Patriotic Alliance. Ombiza wasn't aware they're looking for her. Ombiza wasn't aware that they're looking for her. I wasn't aware. The NEC wasn't aware. So this wasn't, they looked for her far away from the cameras. But when they needed reinforcements, when they needed more hands, they call one of our leaders on Biza. Because they know he has a big reach social media reach. He's got a big reach in social media. And Ombiza came and the body was found at that specific time. That is the members of the Patriotic Alliance. The newspapers can't even get them to say PA members. It's only then when the SG told me that family, they are PA members. So many paisa die mense. We are on our own. You know, I saw a post of Ombiza where he says, why is the polls not showing PA? Which party will you vote for? 10 parties on that poll we've beaten. 10. Now think for yourself. 10 parties we've beaten on that poll. 10. But they said those parties, they only take out the PA. For what is hulle so bang for ons? Why are they so scared of us? They got very good reason to be scared of us because they know what they've done to us. They're scared of us because they know what they've done to us. They're scared of us because they know what they've done to us. And they think we'll do the same, but that's not our upbringing. We will not do to them what they've done to us. Excuse me. We will teach them what they should have done to us. We will do to them. Think about the statement I just made. So, this is not a time to be petty. This is not a time to be petty with each other. This is the building time. What would boom? Some of you been put as mayoral candidates on Sinzelani. They run a program, see. We don't see you moving there. We just hear complaints about you because you're now walking like Lord Mayor. You are now Lord and Lordress, or what you call a woman. Mayor. Trek ons mense verder af. Some of you have, you know, I can make you an example of an office. There's so many offices where people are working, but they've started a war against each other. Same people now, the ANC asked me, like, let me make you an example of which office. Gauteng, provincial. The ANC asked me, one thing I can tell about Panyaza is a truthful guy. I can tell you that. He's a very truthful guy, let me tell you. We differ with him. But when ANC members ask me, but what is wrong with the PA members when they complain about each other? So some of you in that office, you complain about each other, but tell it a surprise that's coming. Imagine you get a job, when you get there, you now gossip about PA members by the ANC. Is it die malgheid? Is it die malgheid? Some of you just get a job, just have an ANC boyfriend daar. Hy ANC out die job vir jou, laat hy kan weet wat gaan aan in die PA. Jou bed klap net so, jylle mag naar aan die PA. As sommer feel like I want to leave, loop sommer nou. Laat ons 'n ander PA mens hy job kan gee. If you can't tolerate another PA member, you should not be a PA member. Let me repeat that. If you can't tolerate another PA member, You should never be a PA member because ons tolerate each other met al ons nonsense. With all the nonsense, I have my nonsense. The DPS is nonsense. The chairs is nonsense. The SGs are nonsense. Everybody has their nonsense, but we tolerate each other. We love each other. We accept each other because all of us need healing. We have come from the worst of the worst. We've been ill-treated. We've been denied things. We have seen stuff that normal people shouldn't see. But people start thinking they're bigger than the PA. Nobody's bigger than the PA. The PA is not a man creation. It's a kingdom assignment. If you can understand that, you will look at the PA through different lenses. Gebeure het van so ver gebring. Gebed dra krag. Praise brought us this far. And you guys that's on this life, that left the PA, kom, get over yourself. Kom maar nou net huis toe. Wat soek jy nog op die life? As jou hart hier is, jou hart is hier, maar jou lichaam is hier nie. Bring hy lichaam, vet of maar, bring hy vet of maar lichaam, laat hy huis toe kom. Jou hart is aan klaar hier. Jy is al klaar van halfpus uit af. As jy op die life. Jy charge your phone for because your heart is here. Your heart is here. Your heart is here, but your pride is keeping you away from your blessing. Nobody is better than nobody here. Nobody is better than nobody in the Patriotic Alliance. We are all that we have. Ons moet haas vir mekaar. And I want to thank the Patriots in power. Drakenstein, thank you. Thank you for standing with that family. Thank you for standing with that family.
Beautiful, beautiful Patriots. Gayton Mckenzie is 100% correct. We are all that we've got. Looking at the dynamics of this country, looking at what many other people are supporting and pushing for, policies and everything in South Africa, just looks like it's not designed for the colored child to thrive. Because if the government had deemed that the colored child is also very, very important, believe that also one of the things that they would have done would have been to show the seriousness in dealing with the rate of people falling in the Cape Flats. That one is a big cause of concern because those are children of other people. And they need to be protected from themselves, even if they are becoming destructive by the things that they engage in that wage and rage a lot of terror in their communities, right? But another thing is that, like he says, that a lot of the time they try to discredit the colored people in this country, in parliament, everywhere. This shows to be a trend of things that are usually and always happening. And I don't know about you, South Africans and Patriots, but we really need to find a way in which, as much as we might agree, then we might as well also need to have to come together and say, no, we disagree, but we can work together under certain basis, right? And maybe that could be something that's a possibility. But we want certain or such possibilities, with many other individuals, it also will have to start with us. In our patriotic alliance, like the minister says, why are PA members talking about each other? This is also why it shows that why a lot of the times that parties that are still at their infant stages beginning haven't found proper foundation, that they really, I'm not saying the PA has entirely no foundation, but not properly, because a lot of the times you do not even know who's who. And now these members look to be trying to fight for positions, whatever they can get. Hence you'd find them talk bad about their own. Why would you go to an ANC member and talk bad about your own? Where's the logic in that? But certain patriots do this, and I don't know whether the logic is behind those actions. But patriots really need to understand that we are now at the most dangerous stage where we really need to fight for our lives. We really need to advance the desires of our people. We really need to continue to show the intentions, the abilities of the Patriotic Alliance. The path is long, like the president said last week. The path is long. And sooner or later, we're going to need to actually do some things. And we're going to actually be there in power. Hence, you find some people have been sent to Israel the other week. And commented about that after this, but we're going to talk about in the next video. Arjama constantly trying to pursue the Patriotic Alliance, some obsession. But in the long run, patriots, we need to understand the dynamics of what is happening at the moment. Cannot let things catch us off guard. And certain wins that are small, coming from small colored communities, are not entirely small, but they are a glimpse, a showing of a sign of the greatness of what Patriotic Alliance is able to do, sacrifices is able to do for its people. And South Africans will begin to realize this as they begin to give more opportunities to parties like the Patriotic Alliance. Only part that's growing so fast, faster than all of the other parties, right? But in the long run, we still need to try and fight and look for the equalities in this whole South Africa. The fight is long, and patriots should never give up, should never tire. But the unity among colored South Africans needs to continue to grow, and at the point we reach where we are all so united patriots, we will then begin to understand that the power that we have as one is way greater than anybody could ever imagine or could ever even stop. And that is one of the desires that the president has for South Africans, for patriots alike, all over the country. Trust in the leadership, the decisions that they're making. The only way. Salute, patriots. Take care. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Continue to engage in the beautiful doings of the Patriotic Alliance. The only party that makes sense to actually have an ability to change this country around. Change this country around. Just imagine, to stop all of that violence there in the Cape Flats. It would take a Bukele style. Just go in there, take all the gang members imprison them. Make sure that gangsterism is not fashionable anymore. Because once it remains fashionable, the young ones who are easily impressionable will continue to fall prey to that. And just like they say, they recruit them very young. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 years, 15 years. Those are some very, very young ages. And that is what we call a real pandemic. I don't know how South Africa, the government plans to deal with this, but it needs to be dealt with. And at a certain point, we all need to stand up and say, enough is enough. Now take our people seriously. Cannot continue to allow this any further. And the kid that was found deceased, condolences to that family. Very, very unfortunate incident. I did see Ombiza posting some of that, but I didn't deem it as important as it is at that time. But I will continue to actually go back to it and actually share it to you, beautiful patriots. I love you. Continue following the channel. Tell a friend to subscribe. Spazani, salute.
Nothing. Sure, I would do ownership.